Hey, Blank Slaters and YouTube. It's a wonderful, beautiful day. I'm going to give gratitude for the sunshine, being able to sit out with friends this morning and just talk about life in general. And this one's going to be kind of like my first rant, and it's not going to be very, you can tell I'm getting mad, like, because this is just, I have it up to here with people that are in positions online that are writing for actual, like, pretty well-known websites, and they have zero knowledge of what they're talking about, and they're just putting out garbage that to the average person is so detrimental to their journey and their own personal health and wellness journey and trying to become the best person that they can be. And the title of this article was "Probiotics Are Useless, GMOs Are Fine, and Gluten is Necessary." And then the subtitle, "A roster of nutrition myth-busting studies were published this week." Who cares? There are new studies for every day and every minute of every week that's ever been out. And the only study that really matters is your own self-study. And what I put was my comment. This is just the type of article that makes me shake my head and think about the fact that most people in North America and also a growing number of other developed countries have no idea what healthy really means, because they don't. Because people tell me, oh, but I follow a healthy diet, and then when we actually sit down and we go over it, and then their face starts going, because they realize that they don't even know what healthy means, let alone what it feels like, because they're sluggish when they get up in the morning. They can't even get out of bed half the time without 3 alarms going off and pressing snooze. It's a big joke in society, right? It's like, I used to drive trucks, and there's even one called the Screamin' Meanie, and it says on the package, do not use if you've got heart problems and conditions, because it could induce a heart attack. That's what it takes to get some people out of bed, right? So this is insane, right? People don't even know if they feel healthy or not. They've never even experienced it. Even from, and some kids now, even from birth, they don't even know what healthy feels like, or to be energetic and full of vitality in life. And so when I read articles by people, and they're quoting doctors in there and saying stuff like, I'll read the whole thing because I put it at the end, and just bear with me. So, the luxury of healthful living is one that realistically and understandably eludes a lot of people, he told me over the phone. He's talking to the lady writing the article. The majority of people out there don't give a crap about whether or not they've got GMOs in their products. They don't care about whether or not they care about whether or not they can feed their families, whether or not their kids are happy and healthy. That's the reality for most people. What? This doesn't even make any sense. It's like, okay, I want to be happy and healthy. Well, where does all that start? With your diet and nutrition, not making a paycheck from your work. Because even if you work at McDonald's and have 3 kids, I can show you how to live on a shoestring. I did it when I was driving truck, when all the other drivers were like, oh, I remember the one guy just laughing at me. We met in this, stories are the best for giving an example. We met at a card lock in the middle of nowhere outside of Sudbury, and he had this huge stomach. We call it the trucker desk, because guys can actually do their logbooks. They just rest it on their stomach. They don't even need a table, right? And he said, oh, I had my shirt off, and he said, oh, you won't look like that if and I said, I'll see you again. Well, I saw him a year later, and I was shredded. Like, I had veins hanging out of my abs, because if it means for my health that I have to eat just a jar of peanut butter every day, real natural peanut butter, I will, and I'll just drink water with it, because I don't care what the food tastes like. I care about the function. And that is one of the things. I told you this was going to be a rant. Now, the other thing is I put at the end a real quote from Arnold. Don't listen to the naysayers. And the person that wrote this article is a naysayer, in my opinion. Now, I've never read any of her other articles. Maybe she's doing wonderful stuff for, the title of the thing was motherboard.vice.com. She's giving advice to mothers. Maybe she's got some great advice, but she shouldn't be telling people anything about nutrition and making quotes from doctors that they just don't even make any sense. It's like, are you kidding me? That's all I have to say. If you're on my Blank Slate crew, please read the article, and then please read my comments on it. And I'm going to put both underneath the video for YouTube. as well, because I'm going to convert this into a YouTube video. But this is just the kind of stuff that you have to look at for yourself and say, you know what? Have I even looked at what GMOs do or what they are? Personally, I'll be honest with you, I don't care if I eat GMOs. I've got bigger fish to fry. But it is something that will be coming next as I can afford to buy that type of food. But for right now, concentrate on learning what insulin does in your body, improve your cell signaling, get out into your sunshine, drink the correct amount of fresh spring water, get rid of all your tap water and all the other chemicals as much as you can. That's the start of it all. Fresh water in the morning, sunshine every day, as soon as you can, get outside, don't wear sunglasses. You'll have to do your research on that for yourself, but I am going to be making some videos because I'm doing all these tests. This is like the next step in like my own personal evolution. And I got off the phone with my father last night, who's on his own personal wellness journey after having a triple bypass over a year ago, following all of the traditional, dietary advice that he took the time out of his recovery to go and learn from somebody that's part of the establishment in a hospital teaching about nutrition, who, by the way, was actually a pretty cool person, because they're not allowed to tell you what they really think. They have to follow the curriculum. But if you talk to the person afterwards, they would actually say, and you might want to avoid doing this, but I can't tell you that in there. All right, that was the beginning of it. He gained weight and got less energy over the course of that 8-month period, I think it was. And a month ago, he decided to take his own power into his own hands, start making his own proper meals based on a little manual that I gave him that was so easy to follow. And within 3 weeks, he's dropped 20 freaking pounds. His energy's coming back. He's sleeping better. And I've never seen him the radiance that's coming off him currently is just amazing. And he can function throughout his whole day. And all it took was not listening to the naysayers, like people in this article that are spreading bullshit. And I'm sorry for my French, but I don't think I have any kids on my Blank Slate crew that are under the age of 19 that can't deal with hearing a little bit of bad vernacular once in a while when I'm getting passionate about what I'm talking about, because that's what I'm good at. I'm good at motivating people and giving it from the heart. This is emotional. This stuff should not be online. This is just crap that people are buying into, and I'm sorry, this is how I feel about this stuff. This is real. End of rant. Thanks for listening.